Well, hey everybody, it's Kristen and Peter here. Thank you for listening to that video from Ryan. We wanted to follow up with some of our own thoughts as well as a little bit of information about what's next for EastLake because there is a what's next. I think obviously I want to start first by just saying we love Ryan and we're thankful for him and we're proud of him for knowing what's next in his life, or at least knowing what's not now.
Yeah.
This has been kind of an ongoing discussion. So first off, we just want you to know this was not a surprise to us. Ryan's one of my best friends, and the three of us have been talking through this for a long time. And so for Ryan to finally make this decision of, we weren't surprised by it. There's no hidden story or background to it. We just, as a friend, we're just proud of him, and we want him to do what is best and right for his life. So overall, we love Ryan and Michelle so much. And so we're excited for them to pursue what is next.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll just add that Ryan's been a really great communicator with us through this process. There's nothing that was like a surprise to us. Ryan continues to be somebody that I look up to. He's a human with fantastic integrity and somebody that is a great leader. He and Michelle are just beautiful humans. So there's no drama to this transition, and we are overall just really thankful. I think back to now almost a decade that I've been a part of the EastLake community, joined staff in 2011, and I'm just so thankful that my journey intersected with the Meeks' journey, and I'm so thankful they started EastLake because my life has been radically changed as a result of their journey and their gift and contribution to the world. Even when Ryan shared in the video, I love this idea that I hadn't heard him say before. And I feel like I've heard all of Ryan's stuff. But anyways, he shared that he lost his faith tradition. He didn't lose his faith. And I certainly I resonate with that experience. And I'm so thankful that I got to experience that alongside him and that he kind of led me through that experience in a really beautiful way. So we're thankful for him. We love him. We're still planning on being friends with him, even though he's planning on shifting off of the team from a job perspective. And I think it is important probably for us to kind of just jump into like, what does that mean for EastLake? What are we doing next as a result? The headline is we're planning to keep going. Let's keep trying this experiment. Let's keep seeing if we can build community around this idea that life is a gift and love is the point. It's been 6 months since we've had an in-person gathering where we've been able to say that. I remember whenever I do announcements, whenever you do it, we say that every week, and we talk about how our goal, we organize around this idea that life is a gift and love is the point, and that we're trying to help people live as a beneficial presence in the world, that we're not organizing around a list of doctrine that everybody is definitely in agreement with. And we also haven't been organizing for a long time around a guru or a senior pastor or one leader that has he's the primary teacher. I mean, for years, Ryan's been trying to kind of unwind himself out of that role. And so in terms of what's next, for EastLake, we want to keep building this community. We want to keep working on this community and offering content and community for people to live as a beneficial presence in the world. As we were thinking through what's next, our plan wasn't to kind of go on the job hunt to try to find the next Ryan Meeks. That seemed like an impossible job description to fill, like a humanistic, atheistic, former, evangelical, spiritualistic. It was an impossible hiring role. So as we were thinking through what to do, for a while, as I mentioned, Ryan's been trying to kind of have this organization be led by a collective of people with diverse views, diverse perspectives, and to build a community around that. And we thought that the best way to do that would be to kind of have a team help with the role that Ryan's been playing. So for those of you that aren't aware of kind of the role he's playing for the last couple of years, Ryan, Kristen, and myself have been leading, and Kristen and I have been running a lot of different systems, finance and groups and community building events and leading our team staff-wise. Ryan's primarily been in charge of content, leading the creative role and kind of thinking through which speakers, which topics are we going to hit. And to kind of fill that role, we asked 3 different people who have been a part of our speaking team for the last few years to help play that role of our creative content team. So we asked Kent Dobson and Bethel Lee and Jason Lewis to jump in on the creative side to work with Kristen and myself to continue to offer helpful content, helpful messages and series and things that will be not only relatable, but also hopefully inspiring for us to keep living out our values. So we're excited for that team to jump in. We were really thrilled when they said yes, and they said that they wanted to help us do that because we love them as people and have found their ideas and teachings helpful the last couple of years. So we're thankful that they're jumping in. Anything to add there, Kristen, in terms of what we're doing for the what's next before we jump into COVID stuff?
I don't think so. I mean, operationally, it's going to be relatively the same. With Peter and I doing kind of the day-to-day, what does EastLake look like? But EastLake looks different. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and COVID-19 has changed things.
Yeah.
For us, it's been 6 months since we have met in person, which it's like some sort of weird time warp of like a one really long extended day that suddenly it's September.
Yeah.
But we, throughout all this, we've had to make adjustments to what EastLake looks like. We've had to make adjustments to our staffing and to our expenses and to what content looks like. How do we offer this to people? So we're still working with that and experimenting with that. But our primary kind of goal right now is to continue to offer online content for people that we hope is helpful to your daily life. And so we're going to keep doing that. We're going to make some changes with regards to what that content looks like in terms of platforms and accessibility. Our goal is to make it as easily accessible as possible. And what we've seen from the statistics is that no one really watches our services start to finish. We see all the little exit points and entry points. And so I listen to the podcast in the car when I'm driving. And then sometimes occasionally I'll try to find a meditation, but I have to fast forward and try to find it. And so beginning soon, you're going to see that we're going to separate out our content and what we offer in kind of an a la carte way so that you can look on our, I don't even know what you call it. I'm really not advanced when it comes to technology, but you can look and see a meditation that you want to listen to if you have 10 minutes to do that, or you can scroll back and find the message and you don't have to listen to announcements and videos and music and things like that. So we're working on all of that. It's in process, but our hope is that we continue to provide helpful content that's easy to get and listen to.
Yep, exactly. I think we mentioned this a couple weeks back when Ryan did an announcement on this, but right now with where we're at as an organization, where we're at with COVID, we don't have a date in sight where we're definitely going to be getting back together. We obviously have been renting an elementary school for in-person gatherings. My kids are currently homeschooled, so that option isn't even available to us, and I'm not sure when or if it will ever be an option. So there isn't really like a date in mind where we're definitely getting back together. So what that means is for the time being, we're really investing in our online community and making our content as easy to access as possible. We are excited that even before COVID, we had a larger online presence, more people engaging online through podcasts and video than even who were attending our in-person gatherings in Kirkland. So we were excited about that and excited to continue to invest in that. If you're one of the tried and true Kirkland members who only do the in-person things, we would encourage you to tune in online and stay engaged and stay connected to the EastLake community through online, because that's basically all we got right now. So we really want people to stay connected that way. And then when COVID's over and when the timing's right, we were going to revisit what does it look like to get back together. We don't have a plan for that. We don't know how many and when we're going to do that. We're kind of taking it one day at a time when it comes to in-person gatherings in the future. But for now, we'd encourage you to tune in online, because that's where EastLake's at for now. So with that, I think the headline in terms of what's next for EastLake is we're excited to keep going. And as we wrap the video, just wanted to encourage everybody, if you're an EastLaker, we'd encourage you to stay engaged and to continue to follow along with our series. We're excited for a series that we have upcoming led by Kent Dobson. After that, Bethel is going to be leading a series. We're really excited for kind of what we have slated for the fall. We're also going to be offering groups for people to connect into online. So if you are quarantining with maybe a group of people, we'd encourage you to follow our content and then kind of discuss that in a group setting. If you want to join one of our online groups, those are going to be available for you to stay connected to. And we are going to be experimenting with other types of content, maybe some more discussion-based content, or discussion podcasts, or online workshops. We have a lot of things that we're brainstorming to help people stay engaged with our content online. But just encourage you to stay connected, because we miss you and we want to see you online. So any other thoughts that you want to say as we kind of wrap in here, KB?
I think just thank you. Thanks to the EastLake community.
Yeah.
We miss you. We wish we could hugs and even have like a proper thank you to Ryan and Michelle publicly would be really amazing. But it just is what it is right now. Maybe we can do that in the future. But to those of you who call EastLake home and have been supportive of this community for years, or who just found us this summer, we're just thankful for all of you, and especially to those of you who contribute and donate and make this place happen. We've been able to stay online and to keep providing content because people find this valuable and they make contributions. So thank you to those of you who do that. We are, like Peter said, we're going to keep going. Every time Peter and I Zoom, we start out with, like, do you still want to do this? I still want to do this. Do you still want to do this? And so I think to all of you, I hope you still want to do this. This has been instrumental in my life, and we want to keep going for as long as that may be. So we're open to whatever the future holds. We don't know what it is yet, so we're just going to keep on going with what we're doing now. So I think I don't have anything else to say. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you soon.
See everybody.